Welcome everybody to the Brother Speak podcast. This is Brother Speak. If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, and subscribe. Now, there's been a lot of talk about Red Pill, especially with the whole Rollo Tomasi tweet that he did, and then the his battle with Sneeko and Destiny, and how it really showed that there are a lot of people who claim to read Red Pill, but they cannot even defend it. They cannot define it, and in many cases, they can't even follow it. Now, my opinion on the red pill, the black pill, and we can even extend it to being Republican, Christian, all these different things, is not really the ideology. It's really the people that follow it. Like, we got a lot of dudes who talk about their red pill, and there's certain things you shouldn't do in the red pill. You shouldn't date single mothers. You shouldn't date women with high body counts. Uh, you know, you shouldn't get married. But if you look into the red pill, especially if you're going by the Matrix, there is nothing in the ideology that said you can't get married. There's nothing in the ideology that said you can't date single mothers. There's nothing in the ideology that says that you can't follow a certain religion. There's nothing in the ideologies that says you can't be uh, LGBTQ. There's nothing in the ideology that says you can't be a cook. There's nothing in the ideology that says anything about that. Because if you look at the Matrix, the people who took the red pill, a lot of them were married. A lot of them were fighting for their communities. A lot of them were um, fighting against oppression. There's nothing in there that said you couldn't do any of these things. Now, because I was seeing that they were saying they were going against Rollo Tomasi because he was talking about he married. How can he be red pill and married and all that? And like, there's nothing in the red pill that says you can't do that. And that's a problem because again, when it's not clearly defined, this is where you have the problem. When you don't clearly define what is red pill, what is not red pill, what's not supposed to be, that's when you have this leeway where anybody can be in that. That's why I said there's nothing in the red pill that says you can't be LGBTQ. There's nothing in there not getting married. You know, there's nothing in that. But the reason why I say it's the people, because you look at the people and they just doing the goofiest shit. They saying the goofiest shit. Like you have your fresh and fit. Every time they go against something, certain people with that red pill ideology, they get spanked. They can't really defend it. So it's okay with the IG moms because some of them are, how we say, they ain't the brightest tool in the shed. Okay, I mean sharpest tool in the shed. Sorry, but when they go against people who can add like 2 plus 2 is 4, they seem to have problems. Especially when they can turn their whole red pill ideology against them. But that's because a lot of these dudes don't really define for themselves what is red pill and adjust it to their own lifestyle. Now, me, I'm not red pill, I'm black pill. But I have enough sense to not be throwing it out there. I just live my life the way I live. There's a lot of people who are red pill. They ain't coming out here and saying it. There were a lot of black men who were red pill. They didn't wear the tag. There are a lot of dudes who didn't want to get married, didn't want to date single mothers, didn't believe in the system, following the system and stuff like that. There were a lot of men who did that, but they didn't just say, "I'm red pill." They didn't have no goofy title. They just lived their life. Hell, if you want to be honest, you don't have to be a man to be red pill. There are a lot of women who are red pill. They're more red pill than the guys, to be honest. In all honesty, a lot of men are just trying to catch up. You know how these women got red pill? Feminism. Getting done dirty by a bunch of men. And I'm not just putting it at black men. I'm talking about all women. They were getting done bad by men. So they became red pill real quick. And they caught on. And they taught their daughters to be red pill. So this is the effect of that. The men are catching up because they behind as usual. Because again, from because we have our egos, they know women can't physically harm us. So when there is a social change, women are quicker to do that. Men are not because of ego. Because physically we can't get spanked like that. Whereas women can. So they got to move quicker with that. That's why they fought for their rights to work, get their money, get property, all this different stuff. They had to. They didn't have a choice. They were getting fucked over. It was what it is. So now they're red pill. Now some of them are even black pill. They understand that some of these dudes are fucked up. They'll use them, abuse them, leave them with a baby. If they get an opportunity, they will essay them. And in fact, there was an article that said that like 13, I think they said 13% will rape a woman if given the opportunity. So wouldn't that make you more red pill or black pill, depending on the situation? It's just the guys that they have to catch up because again, we've been indoctrinated that women are sugar and spice and everything nice. If I just get this good job and you know get this education, get this money, I'm guaranteed a good woman. Um, my value as a man is predicated on having a woman. Meanwhile, the women will get a different education. So that's why the men ain't they catching up. That's why they have to do red pill and black pill, and these people are really being out there like that because the men got to catch up. There's only a few men that were, although there were a lot of men, but in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't that many who were red pill like that. They were more blue pill, and it takes something to happen to them to make them red pill or black pill, depending on what has happened to them. But like I said before, it's not really the ideology. It's nothing wrong with red pill. It's nothing wrong with even black pill. You just have an understanding that a lot of people are fucked up. This system is fucked up. It's not going to, and you're not going to be able to change it. So you have to work within the system. That's really black pill. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. But the problem is you got a lot of people that they're not stable enough mentally to handle those facts. They can't handle the fact that a woman will not like you just because of how you look. It doesn't even matter. You treat them. You can be doing everything right. These women can turn on you. Some people can handle that. Some people can't handle that. Hey, you may not, the woman that you want, you may not have the personality, you may not have the demeanor, you may not have the money, you may not have the quote unquote swag to get. And if it's not you to learn that kind of stuff, there's a lot that will make them bitter. That'll make them angry. And if they're not able to deal with that, it'll make them want to delete themselves or delete others. But that is ideology. That's not the ideology's fault. It's the people. We can even take it to Christianity. Christianity in itself is not a bad thing. There are a lot of gems in the Bible that you can use for your life. However, we have people who use that Bible for their own personal means. They purposely misinterpret and try to use it for their own means. You know, the whole thing about patriarchy. Patriarchy in itself is not a bad thing because we do want men to be the leaders of the community. However, if you as a man do not be fair with your ruling, be fair in leadership, you can be a dictator. And that's how some women would feel like, patriarchy, it's terrible. It's like, no, a lot of times the only reason why a lot of this stuff in this society goes the way it is because of patriarchy. However, when people, well, men, because they are ruling patriarchy, do not rule with fairness and compassion, they turn to dictator. They turn into a dictator. As they say in the book, power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. And when you have ultimate power, it's very easy to be corrupted. And that's where feminism rose, because there's a lot of dudes who would take advantage of their status. There's a lot of rich men who will do anything to people, not just women, because they could and they could get away with it. But is that the fault of the ideology, or is that the fault of the people? And the answer is the fault of the people. Hell, you can say matriarchy is not bad. It just depends on the people who are running it. Remember, everything is not the ideology. I could say Buddhism could be good for people depending on who you are. But again, it's the people. Being a monk, being celibate, that could be good for people depending on your situation. But if you don't have the mentality to handle it, then it could become a problem. It just depends on the people. I don't even, even pump and dump. I can understand that, doing that, because if you don't want relationships like that. However, if you're pumping and dumping and dropping babies everywhere, that could be a problem. And not just for the women, but also society. Because again, if these women can't take care of them, they're usually dependent on the state. And even if you're not leaving them with children, if you're just ghosting women who might have a attachment to you, now you're leaving them bitter. And now you have a bunch of bitter women out here who are doing guys dirty, ghosting guys, which in turn have a bunch of bitter guys, and then the cycle just continue and continue and continue. Relationship people are the ones making all the kids. Are the ones making all the kids. Yeah, I agree with that, and I agree with that to an extent. And the problem is, even worse is they're not making these children because they want to have children. They making these children because they either want to keep a guy or a guy want to stake a claim to a woman. It's not a lot of these people are not having children because they want to have children. That's why I don't even have a problem with marriage. When it's going good, it's good. When everybody is being reciprocal, giving and taking, everybody had a role, everybody understand their role. Marriage is a beautiful thing. But when people don't understand their roles and make they don't make sure everybody knows what they're supposed to do, and you're not giving and taking. I mean, you're not being reciprocal, and it ain't just men that's not reciprocal. There are women who don't be reciprocal either. Like the example with Derek Jackson and Denia Jackson. Yeah, this dude was cheating. He was a piece of shit, but she came into the relationship with a boatload of problems that she didn't even tell her husband about. Again, both got to be reciprocal. Both got to be honest from the jump. So any type of ideology, any type of thought process, it's usually not the people. I mean, it's usually not the ideology, it's the people. I will say something a little controversial, but even racism is not really a problem. You should believe that your race is the most superior. But the issue with that is the mistreatment of others because of it. That's where the problem comes in. And it's the same with Republican, Democrat, all these different things. It's not really the ideology of it, it's the people. And the people be doing some effed up shit. And then you're like, oh no, let's go to Republican. Okay, but they got effed up stuff going on over there. Well, the Democrats support the GAY. Yeah, but the Republicans download GAY. So, Uh, the Democrats support welfare. Yeah, but last time I checked, when the Republicans had a chance to get rid of welfare, i.e., the Obamacare, they didn't get rid of it, and a lot of their people who are quote unquote Republicans are on welfare. So again, it's not even the ideology; it's the people. They're not being honest, and so that's why when people be thinking that these ideologies are just terrible and the red pill is just terrible, it makes it demeans women. No, it's the people. The ideology is not bad. Black pill, these dudes are just killing women. They black pill. No, it's not the ideology. It's the people. Oh, the incels, the incels. They're evil. No, incels ain't the problem. The ideology of the incel is not the problem. And I don't even think a lot of these dudes are incels anyway, personally. But again, it's the people that are the problem, and it makes the ideology seem worse than what it really is. But in the end of the day, it just depends on how what ideology you plan to follow. If you're gonna follow it, follow it. But understand what you're following. If you're gonna be a Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, whatever religion, whatever ideology you're gonna follow, make sure you understand all the rules and follow it with a open mind and be able to adjust. Because the lot of the problem too with these ideologies, with these people that follow it, they don't know how to adjust. They so rigid that if they don't follow it to the T, they lose their effing minds. And my thing is, I'm not gonna lose my mind over a over any ideology. It's going to be adjusted to fit my lifestyle. And if I can't make it fit my lifestyle, I just throw it away. Like I said, the red pill didn't really fit my lifestyle because it's one thing to be aware, but then once you're aware, you have to know either you're going to live within it of the awareness or you're going to fight to change it. And since I'm not trying to fight to change it, I'm just going to live my life accordingly. And that's not just with the dating world, but just also with politics and all that different stuff. You have to make a choice. Once you are aware of the situation, whether dating, politics, now that you're aware, now you have to make a decision on which one you want to do. And understand that everybody who claim to be in your ideology may not be following it the way you are following it. Or they're just faking the funk too. Because you got a lot of people online who will do that. And in real life, we got a lot of people who claim Christian, but you see them, they act more like a heathen than the fucking heathens do. I've seen that a lot at work. I'm like, they are praising God, next minute they cussing you out, calling you everything but the child of God. That's why I don't play with it. I don't play with the Bible. I don't play with Christianity. Because I know some people who truly follow that Bible to the T, and I won't disrespect them by claiming that I am a Baptist or a Christian like that. I'm not gonna do that. But you got a lot of people who will. They believe they are Christians, but they're not following that Bible. They say they red pill, but you still trying to get this woman attention. You still trying to control the chick. You think that getting this chick under your control makes you powerful. Nah, bruh. There are a lot of dudes who got chicks that goofy as fuck, weak as fuck. That's why that's not a flex. Oh, I'm married. I got a wife. What that mean to me? You still weak as fuck. And look, sometimes the wife run him. That's why they come online crying about women. Because they can't tell his wife to shut the fuck up. But they can tell a chick online they ain't never met in real life to shut the fuck up. Or tell a guy that they never met in real life to shut the fuck up. But knowing that they would not say that to a guy in his face. And same with these women. They'll tell a dude in a minute, ooh, I run men. But in real life, men been running them since they've been born. Like I said, it's not the ideology, it's the people. And you see that they don't follow what they're saying. And what's even sadder is you still got people who will defend them for not following what they're saying. And that's like I said, it's the people. They'll have people who don't follow their ideology, and they have people that will defend them. Well, this situation. No, 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 no. If you're gonna rep it, you better follow it, especially you in public. I don't care what you do in your private life per se, but if you're in public, you need to rep. If you're gonna be red pill or black pill or Christian, Republican, Democrat, whatever, Christian, you better rep that in public. You can't do that. You are staining the ideology. You're making the ideology look bad. We got a lot of people have bad habit of making the ideology look bad. But yeah, but this one's gonna be long. I just wanted to talk about that real quick because we was talking about Christianity, patriarchy, and all these different things, and I'm looking at the people. I said, well, a lot of this country was built off of an idea of Judaism and Christianity and patriarchy. The problem is, again, it was the people. They used that to abuse others. And then when they didn't get their way, um, everybody was getting a bullet. So just think about it. Whatever ideology you plan to do, black man, understand what you can do and what you can't do in that ideology, and just rep it. You don't have to make a loud announcement. You ain't got to tell the world, yeah, I'm red pill, I'm black pill, I'm pumping and dumping, I'm gonna get married, I'm gonna save the community, I'm gonna be pro black and all these. You ain't gotta do that. Just live your life. Your life should show what ideology you're following. I, I never told people I'm a leader. I'm a leader. I'm a man. I'm an alpha male. No. You know who told me I was a leader? Other people. Other people said I'm a leader. Other people say you inspire me. Other people said you're a good dude. You're a respectable dude. I respect you. Other people did that. Other people were saying, "Man, you a Christian. You should be a pastor." But that was other people. I never said that. I never claimed it and never wanted to. Oh, you must be a father. I'm like, no, I don't got no kids. But that's other people. Other people should be telling you, should be seeing what you are portraying. You shouldn't be saying a word. Just like when people say, I'm intelligent, I'm educated. You ain't got to tell me nothing. Let me see that. And let me make that determination. And that's what you should do, black men. Let people determine if you are and if you're not. And if they and you're doing what you're supposed to do and they don't see what you want them to see, they ain't the people for you. Again, you ain't got to announce it to the world. Just do it. Just understand the pitfalls of your ideologies. Because again, there are weaknesses in all ideologies. Okay, there's weaknesses in Christians, being a Muslim, being a Buddhist, being red pill, black pill. Christian, all these different things have a plus and a minus. As long as you understand that and you're good with it, even the whole you don't want to get married and have children, that too, that's a plus and a minus. As long as you understand the consequences that come with it, rock on. It's all up to you. But with that, I'm gonna end it. Thank you, Shannon B, for coming through. And remember, black man, be powerful or be powerless. The choice is yours. I'm out. Thank you.